Hi ma'am, good morning. So now I am going to introduce myself first. So I am Maricar Pedrillo from BS in English. So now I am going to discuss about the denotative meaning and connotative meaning. The objective of this study was to explore how English language can understand connotative meanings of words in the English culture. So thus the study focused mainly on carrying out a thorough investigation about some different connotative meanings in different cultures through literatures and review of interviewing 10 international students. Finding of the study proposed some strategies according to the experiences of some international students interview for understanding and connotative meaning of words in English culture. So this study also might be used for future investigations in the same or related topics. So the scope of this study was to limited to identifying similarities and differences of the connotative meaning and the denotative meaning. So, between English cultures and other different cultures, the sample of the study comprised 10 international students who native language was not English. So the scope of the study was directed to and so now when we say denotative meaning and connotative meaning, so from you guys, what from your own perspective, what is denotative meaning and connotative meaning? So okay, it is essential that users of language, namely learners of a second language, so it is distinguished between two types of meaning at the level of words, was denotative and connotative. So denotative meaning refers to the referential, objective, and cognitive meaning. It is called the dictionary meaning. Connotative meaning, in contrast, refers to associational, subjective, and affective meaning. Refers to the effect of a word on people. So in different cultures and about this, uh, Garsons said that in 1985 that words have denotations, which means meaning or definition. So and connotations, additions, or overstores. So they have sounds, color, rhyme. Many words can mean close to the same thing. So others can sound alike but mean different things. So it is then the meaning of a word that is located by the users of this word in their cultural context. Of course, we can never ignore the fact that people may get meaning of a word from a dictionary, but a dictionary gives meaning was directed to investigating meaning and interpretations regarding the connotative meaning of some proverbs and idioms in English. So from the in a particular time and a particular situations used by particular persons. So the dictionary meaning might not be applicable to other situations or time or by other users. So for this point, Albu stated words cannot contain meaning or only people have meaning. So words can only have meaning or attribute to them by people. So the listeners can answer get any meaning out of a word that he didn't put in. So language can only order of a set of directions for building meanings out of one's own hand. So, however, the dictionary gives several meanings per one word the context might give the meaning to this word. This context might be grammatical, semantic, pragmatic, historical, social, or cultural. Thus, for example, Robinson and McKenna in 28 explained that there are more than 30 meanings of the word run in the dictionary. It seems difficult for anyone to keep the most appropriate meaning of this word away of its context. When this word shares some semantic features, these words are called famous, famous, condet. Um, says that polysemy occurs when people generate different basic understanding of the same message, not merely different attitudes. So it is important that English language learners know different meanings of one word in different contexts. So in this regard, Crossley, Salisbury, and McNamara present the word class as an example about polysemy. So the word class has at least 6 associated senses. So which Crossley, Salisbury, and McNamara present as socio-economic class, a body of students, a course of study and collections of things sharing similar attributes, a league rank by quality. So usually it is sports related and elegance rather, and risk of a behavior. So talking about polysemy, drugs we talk about honominy, homonymy. Gratschall said that inflectional homonymy is the alternative concept that has been used in the linguistic literature to emphasize the identify between words and lexical types instead of categories. So it is also Locke and Johnson said that homonymy is the talking place when one word is used for different concept. For example, the word bank. So it is used to refer to a place where people draw or deposit money, or a signs of a river, right? So a river or a sea, oh no. So there is no semantic connections between the multiple meanings of of the same homonymous word. There is, for example, no connections between the place of drawing or depositing money and side of a river or sea. So it is contrast to homonyms words that famous words share in a common sense. For example, the word ear might be used to mean an ear of a human, so be human being, and an ear of a cup of coffee, and also on Cartals explained that distinctions between homonymy and polysemy is that homonyms word is a word having two or more unrelated meanings. It's like, for example, the Dutch word borst is used to mean monarch, pros, and rooftop. So, in contrast, a polysymous word is a word having two or more persons based for an opening, in cavity or river. So, really, words carry meanings in all cultures situation because the denotative meaning. So, connotative meanings words change according to how people accept and interact with this meaning and in their cultural context. Just like for example, the Shakespearean sonnets, "Shall I compare thee to a summer's day?" that is used as compliment or praising, and the English cultures might have a negative attitudes in the Arabic culture. So the denotative meaning of the word summer or alsif in Arabic, no, which is positive in English cultures, is negative in the Arabic culture, right? So in Arabic, it's like spring and winter instead. So in connotative meaning of words, then indicate to how people see the effects of these words on them. In other words, then indicate word meaning show how country cultural aspect are valued and seen as positive or negative systems. How certain cultural aspects are valued and seen is a positive or negative by speakers of that language. So, cultural patterns tell us that what makes speakers of a particular language comfortable or uncomfortable with specific words. So, to show how words affect connotative and denotative on audience. So, magic words come from all sources, but the masters, magicians, is the business. For instance, many real estate agents sell only homes, never in houses. So the word home connotes family life. So happiness and security, while a buyer is to think of a house in terms of concrete, lumber, and next year's taxes. So the dictionary meaning of words has no culturally rather precise meaning in this case. So a word always denotes on an abstract thing and reality, regardless to how effects that word may have on its users. A word is used literally when it is used denotatively when a word is used figuratively it connotes other meaning. So according to how it users is its users see and use it in different cultures consists, and it can be said that word carries several extra meaning when it is used cumulatively. So the confusion between the cultural context meanings often cause misunderstanding and misinterpretations among people and different cultures. So it is crucial that people know the words do not have a single meaning, rather they have several meanings, amongst of which are connotative meaning and denotative meaning. So for example, the English proverb "make hay while the sun shines" is used to urge people to make use of time. So the word sun in the English culture carries positive attitudes because it is so and since a warm race that motive English people to work in the complete contrast most Arabs are dislikes. So that is sun, namely summer. The word al-shamin in Arabic. No, so Arabic culture carries negative attitudes because it is associated with hot weather or humidity, thirsty, and sunstrike. Right? Am I right? So accordingly, the words of change according to how people accept, and the connotative meaning words has changed according to how people accept and interact with these meanings and their cultural context. Just like for example, the interest with this meaning and their cultural context. And for example, Sheikh Kefer's Shan Sonis, shall I compare dye to a summer dye that is used as complement or praising in the English culture might have a negative attitudes in the Arabic culture. So the connotative meaning of the word summer. So therefore, I conclude that in this literature's review, it becomes clear that people use meaning of words differently and different cultural contexts. So people use words are a way of communications through the use of language, use of meaningful utterances in different contexts and different cultures. Hence, learning language requires knowing how meaning of words vary from one cultural context into another. So, Hayakawa and Hayakawa said, but as we know how from everyday experience, learning language is not simply a matter of learning words, but it is a matter of correctly relating our words to the things and happiness for which they stand. And Kramat in 1990 says that people use words to express meaning for something and without providing meaning. These words are empty, similar for receivers. So therefore, people need to see behind words to investigate the intended meaning. Of course, it is intended meaning depends upon various criteria, among of which is the effect of words on audience. Therefore, people need to see behind words to investigate. Investigate what? The instead meaning or of course intended meaning, right? Depends upon various criteria among of which is the effect of words on audience. In other words, people interact with words connotatively, not denotatively. So they react positively or negatively with meanings of words. It is natural, right? Words according to the effect of this meaning on them. So that is connotative meaning and denotative meaning in the dictionary meaning, and it is universal universal. It is universal, right? So people speak words full of connotative meaning. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.